Welcome to Remnant 101 at the City on a Hill Church. I'm Associate Pastor Benji Lalayan. God's remnant knows that God's house is not their house. I have one verse that I want to read in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "But if I am delayed, I write so that you may know how you ought to conduct yourself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth." And this is about what people need to treat God's house like, but it's also what churches need to treat God's house like as well. When someone welcomes you into a church by saying something like, "Welcome home," or something like that, that means that they're trying to make you comfortable there. And God's house is not about being comfortable. It's about being passionate for exalting God, being zealous and focused on receiving His word, His wisdom, and His presence, among many other very important things. It's not a place for you to make yourself at home like your own house. Well, maybe they'll throw in a "come as you are" to add to the comfortability factor. Yes, but don't get that confused with "come as you are" and "leave as you are." It doesn't mean that nothing needs to change in your life. And I'm not just talking to people or even sinners. Churches nowadays get this mixed up too. "Come as you are" means that there are no major prerequisites to walking into His house. But walking into His house bears you no fruit if you just want to be comfortable there and you aren't willing to make changes. God's house is not meant for comfortability. It's meant to teach you and show you the importance and sacredness of His house and a relationship with Him. It's meant to show you what He expects from His people and the changes that you need to make in your life. And it's meant to be a place for people to gather together and worship and exalt Him in one accord and find, as the verse in Timothy said, the pillar and the ground of truth. Now that happens with passion, fire, and focus, not comfortability. And I want to note that comfortability is not the same thing as peace. You can be comfortable and still be suffering. I know there are songs about that saying, "come as you are," that talk about laying down your burden, your pain, and your suffering, and whatever else. But if you have pain, suffering, circumstances, you don't think that means there are changes you need to make in the way that you do things? God's house isn't meant to make you comfortable. It's meant to change you. And when you let the Word of God guide your life, no matter how big of a change it is, you put a focus on exalting Him and make a point to hold His house sacred in your heart, as well as Paul said to Timothy, how you conduct yourself in His house. That's where you will find real and true peace. God bless you.